People, you are through to the Combat Show. I'm Ola, as you know, I'm your host, and I'm just looking to bring you a quick video of what happened last night um, in the Holyfield and Belfort card. The card, this one was almost one of those. I'd say it's like a sleeper, but I done a video about it a couple of days ago. I mean on Friday night, yeah. I done a little video about it with this card, and yeah, what a crazy card. What a crazy card. The card was mad. Um but I'm just gonna talk about the main card. And I thought the fights on there, they were really good. They were better than I thought. I didn't think it was gonna be like that. Couple TKOs, couple knockouts on there. Shout out to Why Not, my guy. Salute to you, my brother. Big up yourself. If you're rolling in and you're just coming in right now, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. If you're new around here, please hit the subscribe button. So please, we do this because of you. And yeah, just wanted to touch on what happened last night. It's just a quick video, not going to take too much of your time. Let's take it from the top. Vitor Belfort versus Evander Holyfield. I mean, this this fight brought everything. I did not, for me, when I was looking into the fight and the whole talk about it, I didn't think um, the commission was even going to allow Holyfield to fight, because he's tried it before, and I think that's why the fight between him and Mike Tyson fell off. He couldn't get a license. But one way or the other, I mean, when you're dealing with thriller, they do give you licenses for this type of stuff. And he came in backing himself, but at the age it is 56, if I'm not wrong, 57. Pretty old guy to be doing what he's doing, and ending up in the same, almost like a Shark Tank, with someone like the Phenom, Vitor. They call him TRT. Oh shit! I don't even. They call him TRT. I didn't call him that. I mean, people like Bisping and them man, they call him Vitor TRT Belfort. And he came in there, and he got a couple knockdowns. When I was watching the fight, I mean, there was a lot of entertainment that went in between as well. It's crazy. Some artists I've never heard of them before. Couple of them were good. Um, but you got to look at Holyfield and think, why are you doing this? Is the money that good for you to be going back into the octagon, and I mean into the ring, and and take the damage that someone like a Belfort is willing to unleash on you? Because there's no way on this God's green earth, no way that Belfort came in there clean. I I I could bet my house on it. I don't even own my house, but I'm willing to bet it anyways that Belfort injected something to come in there, because there's no way he's coming in there clean. He would need everything that he can to get the amount of power, and the way he was delivering the shots and the jabs on Holyfield. You could tell that he knew that he ain't got the chance against Belfort. It was just a matter of time before Belfort put him away. It was just a matter of time, and Belfort came in and did what he did. Uh, Basically, you know, sat him down, knocked him out. TKO. Um, and the first, I mean, the first, the first thing Belfort did, the first thing Belfort did. Let's get Bruce Buffer out of there. The first thing Belfort did, after he got his hands raised, was to call out what's the call like Jake Paul? Everybody wants Jake Paul now. Everybody wants Jake Paul. You can see how much this win means to him. Having a nice cuddle with his family over there, it means a lot to him. But at the same time, you could see that what's next for someone like Belfort. He's calling out Jake Paul, and he's saying, "Let's put 30 million in a pot, and winner takes all." Um, and that's not a bad way to market yourself if it's all about the money, if it's all about that Skrilla. He let them know, you know, I'm willing to put this in a pot. Let's put 30 million between both of us in a pot and let's get to it. And you know, I'm not surprised he's calling out Jake Paul because he's just knocked out a world champion in boxing, someone that actually has that accolade. So, and from from what we heard from T Wood, uh, Jake Paul was on PEDs as well in the last fight. I don't know how true that is. I don't know how, whether it's true, whether T Wood is just salty. I couldn't tell you, but from what they're saying, they said he was on the thing as well. So if them two collide in the ring, what I mean, both of them juice to the gills, um, who knows what could happen? I mean, this thriller fight is almost like a glorified backyard sort of fighting. So it's almost like anything goes. Anything goes when you're in that environment over there. Those guys, I mean, yeah. Why not say how old is Evander? Evander's got to be about 56, 58. He's 50 something. He's definitely over 55. He got no business being in there. But we all know, like you said, Jake Paul know what you know what Vitor Belfort's problem is, man. Like, Belfort is a whole different animal. You don't want that problem. He's asking all different kind of questions, man. And this guy is willing to knock a man out juiced, juiced up. As long as he knows the commission they ain't gonna bat an eyelid. You go in there, do what you do, and oh my God, Vitor Belfort, I can't believe it. Vitor TRT Belfort, man. Crazy, crazy shit, crazy shit. This next fight is Anderson Silva versus Tito Ortiz. Oh yeah, before I jump on the Anderson Silva Tito Ortiz thing, I just wanted to say the next thing, obviously, is calling out Jake Paul, but the other, uh, the other fighter that that he could be looking at, uh, could is another one that he called out. He called, I believe he called out Haye. So I'm not sure. Haye don't want it either because he's calling out somebody else. But we'll get to Haye in a little while. Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva, Tito Ortiz. What a fight. This fight only took 81 seconds. I know I'm saying what a fight, but seriously, seriously, Anderson Silva, man. It's not one of those guys that you want to back into the corner. This fight took 81 seconds. He backed Anderson Silva into a corner. Tito Ortiz started raining on him. Um, Anderson Silva is rolling off them punches, rolling off of it. Um, Salute to you, Diego. Big up to you, my boy. Yeah, man. Salute to you. Yeah, I just lost my train of thought there. Yeah, Tito Ortiz was, you know, right. He was just punching, unloading on him, and Anderson Silva just kept his cool. He was in the corner, just bobbing and diving. You know what I mean? Moving his head. Very good head movement for someone like Anderson Silva. That's always been part of his. It's always been part of his game, anyways. You know, but for someone like Tito Ortiz, I thought you would have been a little bit more patient. I know he wanted to put the hurting on Silva, but Silva is he's made knocking people out. He's made a profession out of it, and I could should I say maybe the first proper strike that he threw, if it flatlines Tito Ortiz face in the canvas, dropped on the floor, and it's a walk off KO. walk-off KO from Anderson Silva in style. Only Anderson Silva can make them thing look as easy, as effortless as it did. And I said it in the preview that I done on Friday that I expect Silva to take this. I expect Silva to go in there, especially doing what he did to a proper boxer, in Chavez Jr. to do that to him. I knew Ortiz really had no chance in there with him. So for me, it was a good night for Anderson Silva. So you know, what's next for someone like him? Only time will tell. A lot of people did want to fight him. Even Jake Paul was looking at him, but he's got to be looking at these wins that Anderson Silva is racking up now and be thinking, no, I don't know if I want. There's levels. There's levels of opponent now that Jake Paul, even him, is going to be looking at, and he's got to be happy. He's got to be happy with what he's doing, and I think Anderson Silva still got quite a bit left in the tank. He's got a little bit left in the tank. Please let me know if my audio is good. That's one thing that I'm pranged about with StreamYard. Now, so if my audio is good, please, guys, let me know. Yeah, it's just one of those. Anderson Silva. I mean, the guy's a problem. He's a problem in the boxing ring. He's a problem in the boxing ring, man. I don't know. Oh, thank you. Why not? Salute to you. And Diego just says Silva, Silva versus Belfort. Jesus Christ. I mean, that's not a bad shout, That's not a bad shout. That's not a bad shout. Jake Paul wants Silva. Vito wants Jake Paul. I mean, I still want Jake Paul to fight a proper boxer, but it wouldn't. I'm not against these two getting at it. You know what I mean? And both of them know a thing or two about TRTs. You know, no shit to us, Anderson Silva, but he's been banned for banned substances as well. So they both know one or two things about TRT. So both of them Brazilians. So yeah, it's not something that I would be against one bit. I'd watch it. I'd pay to watch it. So it's let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I mean, Thriller don't seem to give a fuck about this type of shit. If them two want to do it, I believe Thriller will put it together. Snoop Dogg will jump in there. So yeah, man, let's do this. I see 50 Cent last night, living his best life. He was on the commentary team. So that's good to see. It's always good to see 50 Cent in there doing his thing. So why not? Yeah, he said party doing well, got the back organized. Yeah. Good win. I have to salute Crystal Palace yesterday. Big up to you guys for putting Spurs to the sword, and Patrick Vieira being the guy to actually do it as well. Handed them the first loss of the season. I was gassed yesterday. I was gassed. So just for that happening alone, that set up my mood for the day yesterday, man. So yeah, congratulations to Crystal Palace fans on that one there. Going back to the boxing, the next one on here that I'm actually going to jump on is David Haye versus Joe Fournier. David Haye, what are you going to say about that? Straightforward 8 rounds, dominated every round, really. I mean, the scorecards they were talking, what, 80, 71, 79, 72. That's the amount of dominance that it put across the 8 rounds. So, unanimous decision. David Hayes, getting his hands raised, showing respect to Joe Fournier. Good fight. I mean, Joe Fournier hung in there with him, but David Haye, this is another world champion that's been in there with some of the best fighters in the world. So, not going to take too much from that. But what does David Haye go on and do after he got his hands raised in the post fight conference? What does he do? He calls out Tyson Fury. Like, come on, bro, don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, you can't jump on the mic and start calling out Fury's name. Like, what you doing? You know what I mean? You're a retired brother. You're on this trailer thing now. making a few bucks. You know what I mean? And you know, doing legendary stuff with like the old legends. You know what I mean? So just stick to that. Tyson Fury is still in his prime right now, and it's fighting prime fighters, fighters that, you know, they're willing to, you know, to nail a man to the cross, you know. And David Haye doesn't want that problem, you know. So for me, um, yeah, you got your hands raised, take that, but don't be calling Tyson Fury. Don't be calling Tyson Fury, man. Like, you know, he's crazy even calling the Tyson Fury. So for me, I'm sure one or two guys in and around the boxing world will probably do something with him. I heard at one point that he was trying to do something with Jimmy Manua. I'm not against that. Jimmy Manua is a MMA guy. They call him poster boy. You know what I mean? So for me, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't be against that to see David Haye and you know, and Jimmy Manua get in there in the boxing ring and see what happens. But you know, to me, I don't know, man. I think I like Manua's chances in there, but David Hayes, you know, he's a seasoned boxer in it. So, you know, who knows what will happen? Who knows what will happen? I don't know, but I'd like to see that fight though. If Jimmy Manua and David Hay can do it, it'll be nice to see what happens. See if Triller puts that fight together. And on the card, the last fight on the card is Jono Caro versus Andy Vences. That fight there ended up with a majority decision. Um, Majority decision for those two gentlemen. Um, 90, 95, 95, 97, 93, 97, 93 was the judges' scorecard in favor of Jono Caro. Caro had his hands raised. So hopefully we're going to be seeing him in you know, in a little bit more of this sort of events. But you know, a lot happened last night in the combat world, and we see all these legends coming out doing what they do, what they love to do, even though they're old. It's still in their blood. You know, this sort of violence is still in their blood, and who knows? Diego says here, Haymaker versus Jake Paul. That press conference would be lit. Says why not? It says I had a selfie with the Haymaker on the King's RD pre-COVID times. Yeah, pre-COVID times seems like long time ago right now. And they're saying that press conference, trash bags would fly. So uh, with this sort of fights like this, you know, it'd be nice. It'd be nice if those guys could get together and make a press conference. But sometimes, you know, the fight has got to make sense in it. The fight has to make sense. And who's offering the most money right now? Jake Paul is the one offering the most money, and that's why everybody wants a piece of him. So you know, I don't blame them for calling him out. I don't blame them, and you know, he's talked a lot of trash as well. You know, let's not just blame those people calling him out. He's actually you know, he's talked a lot of trash as well. So hey, we'll see what happens in the future. And obviously, from tomorrow is fight week. Look out for the midweek videos on Anthony Smith and Ryan Span card, and whatever news that comes out of the MMA world during the week, we'll be sure to bring it to you. Thank you very much for joining me. You guys are the best. Salute to you guys. On to our next video. Hasta la vista. Salute.